Hi, this is Soumya Tandon, and you're watching NAT Bollywood.
मैम मैंने शाहरुख खान का इंटरव्यू लिया था and the interview was very good मैम. मैम please, that stupid cameraman forgot to roll the camera मैम. इसमें मेरी गलती कहाँ से? I promise I'll not disappoint you मैम.
Okay. Pick up a sensitive area in India, work on it.
Really?
Identity Card is a new Hindi Urdu film that's going to be releasing in early 2014. It stars actress Tia Bajpai and newcomer to Bollywood Furkan Merchant. They star as two friends who become, shall we say, a little unstuck in Kashmir when they lose their respective identity cards. Tonight here in London there is a special screening of the film. I've been invited along, and afterwards there's also going to be a question and answer session. However, before it all kicks off, I've got my very own one-on-one question and answer session with two of the film's stars. Furkan Merchant plays the role of Ajay Kumar in Identity Card. Now, he's a newbie to Bollywood, so how did a boy from West London make it onto the Bombay silver screen?
So we were into costume designing, so kind of, there was this common circle. I happened to meet Mr. Rahat Kazmi, who's the director of the film, through some common friends. So I met him second time, and that is when I came to know that he said that I've kind of see an Ajay Kumar in you, who's like the main protagonist in the film. So would you be interested? And I jumped on the opportunity. I said, of course, yes.
I'm making a documentary film on your Kashmir, and for that I need your help, huh?
Anytime. By the way, what is your argument about Kashmir?
Tell me a little bit about your character.
Ajay Kumar is a very, very sober guy, an intelligent person. And in this film, primarily, he is preparing for the Kashmir Administrative Services exams. So his dream and his father's dream is for him to join the KAS, become a gazetted officer, get a respect.
What is that? Explain that to me.
It's one of those administrative positions in the government. Of course, Kashmir, things work a little differently. So it's getting into one of those government positions, which is a highly, highly respectable job out there. And the good point is that you might get postings outside the place as well. And in the interim, because thankfully due to all these social network sites that are there nowadays, I come across this girl, Nazia Siddiqui, and then how the ball starts rolling.
Okay, you mentioned social network sites. I follow you on Twitter now.
All right.
You don't have that many followers though, do you? Is this something they've told you to start setting up to promote the film?
Not really, but then I myself wasn't on Twitter till we launched the...
I don't understand it all. What are we supposed to do with Twitter?
Just tweet.
Have you tweeted about this evening?
I will, after I go back, yeah. I did tweet earlier that I'm going to London for the screening, and post this, I hope I'll write that it was a wonderful evening. Yeah.
And you can follow me as well,
Sure, I
at
will.
Nat Bollywood.
Sure, I will do that.
Saurabh Shukla is one of Bollywood's more established actors. He's also a writer and a director, and you may recognise him from crossover film Slumdog Millionaire. He joins me now. I need to see your ID though. Is it actually you that I'm interviewing today?
Well, I have lost my ID. I have my passport, but that's in the hotel. I'm sorry. You have to take me as Saurabh Shukla.
You're here promoting Identity Card.
Yes.
Give me a little bit of backstory. What's the film about?
The film is about Kashmir. One very interesting thing about the film is that it is made by a Kashmiri director, Rahat Kazmi. He's from Kashmir, from Punj area. See, whenever we talk about Kashmir, we always think that it's going to be a serious, intense film. But this film, you will see a lot of humor, because I think that even if the life is intense anywhere in the world, humor doesn't go anywhere.
Kashmir is really a paradise, and I have decided to make a movie on the beauty of Kashmir.
You mentioned Kashmir. Obviously, we know overseas is a beautiful place to shoot. Obviously, lots and lots of famous Bollywood films were shot there. We're also, though, we get a kind of negative impression sometimes of Kashmir. Did you have any problems when you were filming?
No, we didn't have any problems, but yes, I must tell you this incident. This was my first visit to Kashmir. I mean, though I've grown up in India, but I never visited Kashmir, because by the time I started traveling on my own, Kashmir had problems. We were shooting one night, and after that there was a pack-up. I came to my room, and I had a friend who was staying with me. We were generally chatting, and suddenly I said, "Kid, did you hear that?" And he says, "What?" I said, just listen. There's some sound. And we heard gunshots. And we both were very, very scared. So we went to the other room and woke up another friend and said that, can you hear that? And he said, no, I can't hear anything. And then we came back to the room, there was no sound, and suddenly we started hearing the distant sounds again, the gunshots. And the other friend came and he said, shit, I'm scared. What do I do? So I said, sleep here in the room. And we decided to sleep not at the level of the window, because if there is a gunshot, I mean, you'll be shot dead immediately. So we were really, really scared. Next morning, we went to the shoot. Nobody was talking about the gunshots last night and everything was normal. And then we said, nobody's reacting. There were gunshots. And they said, no, there was no gunshot, because the season of marriage has started and they were doing firecrackers.
Kashmir, when I was very, very small, that was just like a vacation trip.
Right.
So this time Kashmir was very different. Yeah, after so many years, and yeah, it was quite different and still quite beautiful.
What were your first impressions when you arrived there?
Wow. First thing was, wow, it's beautiful. But yeah, what I did notice is something that we don't get to see in Mumbai, because right now I'm located in Mumbai, that, at every distance of, let's say, probably a kilometer, maybe, yeah, there were army personnel and police checkposts and all, which is not something you get to see in Mumbai or maybe other cities of India as well, like Delhi, Bangalore. So this was something which was very different in Kashmir, and it does take you aback, because when you come from a metropolitan city and all of a sudden you see so many army people, it kind of, yeah, it takes you aback that I hope everything is okay and I hope we are in a safe position. And even if a police officer normally stops you for a check, your heartbeat starts going up. Yeah. So you're seeing army people out here. I mean, I was like, oh God, okay, keeping your fingers crossed. Yeah.
And were they asking you for your identity card?
They didn't, thankfully, they didn't. Maybe it looks that, no, he doesn't seem to be a wrong guy, so let him go.
आप तो मुस्लिम भी नहीं हो, फिर भी आपका बेटा मिल गया।
I'm not terrorist.
Did you notice a difference in sort of feeling and vibe, say when you were out walking on the streets and shooting, compared to when you would be in Mumbai or Delhi?
Not really, because when I went there to shoot, I mean, there were close to 100,000 people, tourists on the road. And they were all from everywhere from India. So it was feeling like any other place. And we must not forget that Kashmir is a tourist place. So the economy is based on tourism. So they can't afford to insult you, or they can't afford to misbehave with you. And people are generally very, very welcoming there. They're proud of their homes, they're proud of their food, everything. But politically, I mean, it's a mess.
What's your opinion on it? Without going too deep, because obviously we can't solve the problems in the next few minutes, what would you say is the solution for Kashmir?
I really don't have any solution. I think that if people stop playing with religion and politics, I think the solution lies there all over the world. Not only Kashmir, even with Bosnia. So it's simple as that.
मेरा आइडेंटिटी कार्ड जनाब।
मेरा आईडी कार्ड। मेरे फादर साहब होम डिपार्टमेंट में एम्प्लॉय हैं।
What was your experience of acting before this film?
Honestly, we have grown up watching stars and big movies, so it's all glamorous, good. We just see the fame part of it. When you actually become an actor, you see the difficult part of it. There's so much of hard work and working long schedules, long working hours. So yeah, the picture kind of is different from what it comes across. Yeah, it's like all that glitters ain't gold. Yeah, honestly.
Truly, yeah, no, I can imagine. What about, so had you done any sort of acting when you were at school or at college or anything like that, or this was just a whole new thing for you?
School, yeah, kind of. I used to participate in dramatics, but not in college, no.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I always wanted to do it. Maybe never got an opportunity, or maybe college people didn't feel like, no, he's not fit for it. Keep him aside.
बता दो क्या-क्या किया तुम लोगों ने? बता दो यार, बता दो। तीनों में से कोई तो बता दो। तो क्या हम लोग जल्दी फ्री हो जाएंगे?
बता दो, अरे क्या बता दे?
इसने तुझे क्यों पकड़ा?
The first event that you did to publicise the film was in Mumbai at a college.
Yes.
Was that a conscious decision to kind of involve younger people and get them thinking about the situation?
Yes. Before going to the audience We want to take this film to the educated people, to press, to artists and politically connected people, and because it's a issue-based film, so we want their feedback. We want the younger audience to think about it because they do have a take. They do not talk about it. That's a separate thing. So I mean, because it's not a typical Bollywood film where you just sing songs and it gets over. So we need to do this. As a matter of fact, I mean, Slumdog did the same thing, by the way.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I wasn't invited to the special advanced screening of Slumdog
No, I mean,
Millionaire.
they did rounds of universities and they showed it to a lot of people, and it just created the viral. I mean, that's exactly what we are looking at. We want people to see the film, and we want their opinion, and we want them to talk about it.
With some films, when they do test screenings and advanced screenings, they'll then change certain scenes in it. Is that the case with this film, or is the film as the film will be?
No, that's always an option which is open for the filmmaker. I'm sure that, I mean, any suggestion, even at the last moment, if it makes sense, I think that the filmmaker should do the change.
No male police officer can arrest a woman. This is unjust.
In the film, the two young characters, they get into a bit of a sticky situation when they go to Kashmir. Is the film not just kind of perpetuating that image of Kashmir being quite a scary place to go and visit?
No, it's not, because you'll see the film now, and it's a real situation. I mean, it just keeps happening, and it can happen anywhere. I mean, if you lose your identity, I mean, your identity card, so I mean, your identity is in question.
मेरा आइडेंटिटी कार्ड मैं हमेशा बैग में रखती हूँ, पर मेरा बैग गाड़ी में छूट गया है सर.
And in difficult situations like what is right now, what Kashmir is going through. I mean, nobody knows that who is the culprit, who can harm. So no side is wrong. Somebody's quote, I'm forgetting the name, who said that the most striking thing about war is that nobody wins.
True.
Both sides lose.
Yeah.
So it's the same situation there, that people are suspecting each other and they don't know whom to trust. And that is creating the problem.
Should they be trusting the police, do you think? What about your character? Is he a nice man or a nasty man?
Well, you'll figure that out. I think that realistically, if you see, then people are people. They're neither bad nor good, So it depends on the situation how people react. You have a good side and you have a bad side. I mean, instinctively it comes out, So my character in the film is torturing the guys and everything, but he's a human being. That's all. Everybody keeps blaming either the police or army or anything. But when you talk to them, you figure out that they say that, what do we do? I mean, somebody comes and blasts and a lot of people die, so what do we do? So if we don't open fire in which some people are going to die, then how will we handle the situation? And it's a catch-22 situation. I think that the problem does not lie at that level. I think the problem lies at a much bigger level, which is when we start playing with the politics, religion and everything, and we start dividing.
So what about next steps in the acting world? Are you going to continue doing films in front of the camera?
Yeah, definitely. That's what I always wanted to do. And in fact, another film is on the floors right now. Yeah.
What's it called and who's it with?
Tentatively titled Ek Sarkari Juta.
Which means?
One government shoe.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's again based, it's an issue-based film again on government jobs.
I'm from Delhi. कश्मीर पे एक documentary film बनाने आई हूँ.
मैडम आप फिल्में बनाती हैं?
आप लोग अपनी film.
I've read online that you like to do very gritty, very real roles. Would you describe your character in this film as that?
No, it's a misconception. I just.
Because I was going to talk about Pata Post and Nicola Hero, and I wasn't sure that was the grittiest role that you've ever done.
No. I try and do characters which have more shades, and darkness is a permanent shade which human beings always carry, But that's not the only shade. I mean, in that darkness you have lots of grays. And then you're comic and you have your goodness also. And I like characters and I like films which are in that grey area, which if it moves in that grey area, then I like the film, and then I like the characters. So I just keep doing that, and I've never actually made an attempt to become. I'm not a dark person that way, you know, and that is my darkness because I'm lying about it.
Do you think you'll move towards more kind of issue-based things, or would you like to do a sort of typical Bollywood masala, all singing, all dancing?
No, for now, I would like to do issue-based and sensible films. Yeah, not. I think doing a very typical Bollywood film, I mean, what we call as masala films, it's not the right time for me to do that, because a newcomer trying all that, I don't know how much people would accept it. So first, I would like people to accept me as a main protagonist, and then we can try stunts with all these things. Yeah, let them accept me first.
And who would you like to be cast opposite as your leading lady?
Oh, there are lots of them. I think all of them are doing wonderful, so I can't pick and choose any one of them.
A very diplomatic answer.
Yeah, but my personal favorite is Kareena Kapoor.
Really?
Yeah, but then, like I said, all of them are doing fabulous, so it would be wrong to pick one up and say, I would like to be cast opposite all of them right now.
Okay, final question. You're an actor, but you also write?
Yes.
And you also direct?
Yes.
In this film, then, were you the director's worst nightmare? Were you like, I'm sorry, you're doing that wrong, you just need to change this, or I'm not too happy with this script line?
You have to ask this to the director. I made my suggestions, and whatever I could add to the film, I tried and do that. I think that the director is happy. At least he never told me that he's unhappy. So I'm happy that he's happy.
You hope.
I hope.
So, Shukla, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. It was nice talking to you.
साबर का फल मीठा होता है, लेकिन तेरे केस में कड़वा होने वाला है.
So, questions and answers over for this evening. However, there is still just one burning question which remains. What do I think of the film? Well, of course, I'll let you know on Nat Bollywood, and you can make your own mind up in January 2014. Fair Melenge.